God over money, time ticking, my time ticking. I ain't even had fries with the Popeye chicken. I ain't even had sides. I was high five licking at the crib on the couch with the Wi-Fi tripping.
What up, what up? It's your boy Marcel Hall. Thank you for listening to the Hallway Podcast. As usual, we talk about sports, hip-hop, life, kingdom, you name it. Whatever's going on in the news, we talk about it. Got a couple topics today. I'm disappointed and I'm excited, guys. I'm disappointed by some things that are going on, but I have some hope, and I do want to warn you that with some of my comments, I might offend some of you guys, and I'm sorry, but I do want you to listen to the entirety, listen to things in context, so that you will not be too upset with me. All right, but let's go ahead. Let's kick it off. Baseball is back. That's right. Baseball is back. And now it's already gone. Okay, baseball was back for a week, and now it's already gone. You say, what are you talking about, Marcel? Well, not sure if you heard, the Miami Marlins had an outbreak, and so they've canceled several games for the Miami Marlins, Philadelphia Phillies, New York Yankees, and the Baltimore Orioles. This past week, the Marlins played, but however, I think it was just the Marlins or maybe all of baseball. Already 13 players, staff, and coaches have already tested positive coronavirus. Now, baseball just started last week, and here we are, less than 7 days, and we're already canceling games. I'm disappointed. Why? Because I was actually excited about real sports being on TV. I know. There's been golf and something else, but we're talking about real sports here, okay? Sports that move the needle, all right? So, but real sports were back on TV, and man, I was excited. I was so fired up this past Saturday to watch baseball, and it was regular season baseball, y'all. I haven't been excited to watch regular season baseball in about 27 years. When baseball used to be my favorite sport. Has been my favorite sport for a long, long time. And I love baseball. And I'll watch baseball opening day and the playoffs. Like many of you. Watch it opening day and the playoffs. But I actually, on Saturday, with my kids doing chores or somewhat doing chores next to me, watched almost an entire baseball game. First time in over 25 years. It was a regular season game. This was monumental. This was historic. And I truly believe I wasn't the only person to have this same experience. I truly believe it. I don't think I was the only person. Now, nobody has come out and admitted to it. I'm the first one to admit to it. But I do believe that others as well watched almost an entire baseball game. And the sad thing is, I'm really sad, not only for myself, but I'm sad for baseball as well. I do want baseball to be popular again. I just can't watch a whole game in a regular season, but I do want baseball to be popular again. My kids have been to a couple of baseball games. They've had a good time. Not because they enjoyed baseball, but because they were able to get some snacks and eat some peanuts. But my kids actually watched a couple of innings, well, maybe one inning, of baseball. And they didn't complain, or they didn't talk about how boring this was, or can we change the channel? And that fired me up. But it also opened my eyes up to baseball's opportunity that lies before them right here, is that they can acquire new interest and new fans. Because nothing's going on. And you only have a window of about a week because basketball is about to start. So you better take full advantage. But now that you're canceling games, it's looking real bleak, baseball. Again, I'm just a realist here. I'm trying to be optimistic, but I'm just being honest with you. Baseball had a shot to get some new energy, some new fans, some new interest. However, now with this coronavirus situation, and I'm not mad at baseball for it. This was the question that everybody had going into resuming sports with coronavirus going on. What do you do if there's an outbreak? I don't know what to do. Neither do you. I don't know what to do. But all I do know is I have a question. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I do have a little bit of a conspiracy theory I want to throw at you. Here's the thing. In baseball, can you really trust what they say? Can you really trust what comes out of baseball? Because baseball is rooted in secrecy and in promoting immoral behavior. What do I mean by this? Secrecy in the fact that, hey, they don't just say the name of the plays. They have secret codes and signs. Interesting, isn't it? But not only that, but baseball, it's promoting and a good thing to steal a base. When in life is it ever good to steal something? In baseball, it is. Also, they steal the other secret codes. They steal signs from each other. And it's known, it's not supposed to happen, but it's known. So when you're rooted in your foundation is secrecy and immoral behavior, can you really trust what you put out to the public? Because again, the Houston Astros and the Boston Red Sox were caught cheating. And they still have their World Series championships. And if you can't trust the Houston Astros, if you can't trust the Boston Red Sox, if you can't trust your World Series champions, if you can't trust Milli Vanilli, then who can you trust? So I don't know if I really trust what I'm being told here when it comes to this coronavirus. And here's what I mean, is that the Miami Marlins are the ones who supposedly had the outbreak. The Miami Marlins. Yes, those Miami Marlins who have been terrible and we're probably going to be terrible again this season. Now I know they started off 2-1. They have 2 victories and 1. And they probably figured, you know what? This is the only time we're going to have a winning record throughout the season. Let's stop right now. Let's say everybody has coronavirus. Then they can say that they ended the season with a winning record. I'm just saying. Don't shoot the messenger. Here's the thing. Can you really trust what baseball says and puts out in the public? They have a history. They have a history of secrecy and promoting immoral behavior. And so the Miami Marlins, I could see them thinking, you know what? Maybe we could get on the government program. They're going to go ahead in Congress and all that. They're going to pass another bill to start giving some money away. Maybe we could receive some of that if we stop playing baseball this season. 2-1 looks good. We can always say we had a winning record last season. But let's go ahead here and let's get some people to say they had coronavirus. We can stop our season. We can get some money from the government. I'm just saying, I might not be Perry Mason or Columbo, but things are starting to come together. The evidence is pointing me to a conspiracy theory. Speaking of conspiracy theories, I want to talk about Kyrie Irving. Not sure if you heard, but Kyrie Irving said that he is going to go ahead and put up $1.5 million for WNBA players who decide to sit out for coronavirus or racial injustice reasons. Kyrie Irving is putting up a fund together. $1.5 million for all the players who decided, hey, I'm going to sit out because of coronavirus concerns, or I'm trying to do something with racial justice and reform. Now I applaud Kyrie for this. We have to applaud Kyrie for this. Now, I know he gets a lot of criticism. What happened in Boston, how that worked out. The way, he left LeBron James. The flat earth theory that he still believes in or supposedly still believes in. So I know he gets a lot of criticism. But in this case, you have to give Kyrie his props, regardless of how you feel about it, because Kyrie was very clear in speaking out, saying that the NBA season shouldn't return for several reasons. And now here he is going ahead and putting his mouth where his money is, and he's putting up $1.5 million to go ahead and supplement the income for those WNBA players who choose to sit out for coronavirus reasons or racial injustice. Again, regardless of how you feel about him, the man's putting his money where his mouth is. I salute that. I can definitely respect that. And so, Kyrie, I want to speak out to you. Kyrie, here's my appeal to you is this. Can you go ahead and show a brother some love with that $1.5 million? Can I get a piece of that? Or how do I file to get a piece of that $1.5 million? Because I'm choosing to opt out of the WNBA season this season. Yeah, I'm choosing to opt out. I'm choosing not to watch any games. I'm choosing not to participate in any WNBA activities this season. Now, it might not be for COVID-19 or racial justice reasons, but I'm still choosing to opt out anyway. So all I'm saying is if we're opting out of WNBA season, go ahead and show a brother some love. Because I'll be honest with you, I opt out every season.
Let's just be honest. Let's just be real.
I do. Now, I know some of you thinking, oh, Marcel, you're a sexist. How can you say that? No, I'm not a sexist. I'm married and have 2 daughters. So I'm not a sexist. Don't you love that argument where people say, I'm not a racist. I have a black neighbor. I'm not a sexist. I have a wife and 2 kids. Two daughters, excuse me. I have 3 kids, 2 daughters. No. Here's the thing. I'm not a sexist. Not one bit. Because here's the thing. I'm also opting out of NASCAR, men's tennis, MLS, and hockey. All men's sports. Well, I guess NASCAR, they do have some women there. But I'm opting out of all those as well. And in fact, I opt out of all those every year. Don't watch them. I know I might have offended some of you. Some of you guys are fans of those, and it's all good. But me and my household just can't get down with those sports. Again, not for COVID-19 reasons. Not for racial justice reasons. I just can't do those sports. I'm sorry. Now, maybe if I saw them in person, maybe I could appreciate it a little more. Went to a hockey game once, didn't like it. Went to a hockey game and sat in the suite. Hey, I was kind of digging it. I can't lie to you. But see, this is where Kyrie Irving's money, and you can look at it as an investment, Kyrie, in me and others, in progress, is that if you go ahead and break a brother off, several $1,000s, then I'll take that money and I'll buy some tickets for NASCAR hockey MLS game. I will. I'll buy some tickets. But I can only do it with the money that you break a brother off. Okay. So if you want some progress in me and my interest in sports, go ahead and show a brother some love. But I'm a Christian, and I have to be honest, Kyrie, even if you gave me that money, I still wouldn't buy a ticket for myself. I'm just being honest. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. It's your boy, Marcel Hall. Y'all know I'm just playing. Tune in next episode of the Hallway Podcast. It's official.